Recently, I received a refund check with no explanation. It was from Expresscare Providence Health. So the refund amount was about $500. And the only thing I could think of, because I don't go to the doctors that often, was it was because when I went to get some COVID tests with my family, it was at Walgreens. There was a site that said it did free COVID testing at Walgreens, but when we got there, it was a Providence healthcare site. And so when we got there, they had us take our diagnostics and they took all of our information. And then finally, they gave us a COVID test, and each of us were charged about $160 something. So I went back into my insurance and found the offending bill. So back then, we were billed $347. This is just for one person. And the refund check that I'm getting is for three people, me and two of my kids. It's not. The thing is, this paper, there's no explanation. They do have a patient account number, but they say call for inquiries. I did my own sleuth work, and so that one visit, there was a plan discount and plan paid, but in the end, I had to pay $165 or about $166 per person. I wasn't happy about this because I just wanted to get a COVID test. And when I talked to the person there, I was like, "Am I gonna get charged for this?" And she was like, "Oh, I don't know. You have to check with your insurance provider." And I was at that point, I was kind of irked. But after the fact, this was done in February. You can see we were given this charge of $166 per person. And mind you, I have a pretty big family, 4 people. Actually, just 6 people, but we only got 4 people tested. So that came out to be about $700 almost, or $630 or something. We ended up paying, and my wife did inquire about it, but I think she did, but nothing came of it until. So it's February 2022, and we probably paid the bill sometime a few months later. So a year and a half later, or 2 years later, they sent us a refund check. So I'm glad we got the refund check. It was just frustrating to have to pay upfront $600 something just to take some COVID tests. Back then, it was difficult getting COVID tests, and it should have been free. But anyways, long story short, I received this refund check with no explanation. I had to do some sleuth work. So that's all. That's my short story. I'm not sure if anyone else had an experience like this.